King of the youth, man. I'm about 27 years old. I remember I used to come on. King of the youth back in the days.
Okay.
Shout out to all the young ones, man.
That's
Keep
fact.
inspiring, keep on designing, keep on creating. You feel me?
Keep creating.
Every day is a hustle, you dig?
Facts. Every day a hustle.
No cap.
Facts.
Don't let no other nigga tell you otherwise, man. You want to do something, put 110% to that shit.
A 1,000,000,000%.
Hey, it's Take Keith. Working on iMessage. Hold on, you want me to hold it? Alright. Hey, it's Take Keith. Working on iMessage interviews.
DJ Meeks. Cool with iMessage interviews, man. We just went in.
Say less. For sure.
First off, I was high as fuck.
You know my body.
I woke up and I just got fresh as hell, went to the studio, and then I went on Instagram Live and I did Immortal on Live. So that's where it came from, really. I was on live making the song.
Stay out of school and get money, cause I'm rich and I might fuck your bitch.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't. Rolly Ratchet. Hey, bitch. I said it's Rolly Ratchet. You heard me? All the boys up. AP is You know the vibe. Ratchet. We ain't gonna play that. 99%. Yo, 99. Yo, tell him what the fuck. That's Broju LB on the feet. Tell him what the I got 2 pairs about to be on my 3rd. Don't do. Nigga, come on, bro. Let's go. Come on, bro. Rolly Ratchet.
Right. You know why? He's fire. Niggas is you see, I ain't even move. Yeah, I didn't even move. You can't get me with that.
All this strong shit, man. Oh, I can't relate.
Nah.
I just chill, man. I just get strong with you.
Fuck you, that's what you got faded, nigga. That's time right now. You just got fucked up already. You don't want it from me. You don't want it from me. You got fucked up already, nigga. Hey, yo.
Yo, kid. Good performance, nigga. I told you I was going to slide, motherfucker. Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
I know funny shit, that was a part of it.
Where's the hologram? Nigga said, where the DMX card back? But she got declined. Pass him the Tuka pack. What's going on?
My fault, bro. Stay out of school and get money, cause I'm rich and I might fuck your bitch.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Fire. You know why? He's fire. Niggas is you see, I ain't even move. Yeah, I ain't even move. You can't get me with that.
All this strong shit, man. Oh, I can't relate.
Nah.
I just chill, man. I just get strong with you.
What you got to say to the youth?
Huh?
What you got to say to the
Hey,
youth?
hold on, get us. Believe in God.
My man Kevin Gates, man,
Hey.
out here, no cap.
Hey, believe in God. Hey, believe in yourself. You have to know what you want, to get what you want, and always be honest with yourself.
Forever.
Big jump.
Yeah. Talk your shit.
You know that. Shout out my man Gates.
You already know the vibe.
B-Files, no cap. We do this shit, no cap.
Avant Gardem by Double I Mag. 1. Who is Avant Gardem? Double I Mag, a digital street culture magazine, continues its evolution from a digital publication to a dynamic creative space, pushing boundaries through fashion, music, art, and everything in between. Our mission still remains the same, yet our goals have extended into other visionary spaces that go beyond a conventional magazine. 2. Why the name change to Avant Gardem? Keep it simple. Our name didn't change, it evolved. 3. What's next for Avant Gardem? Well, it's best that you wait and see. Sincerely with love, Avant Gardem.
I was gonna say, I think it would be great if y'all did something with D.E.M because he has a lot of studios in different OSG schools. Because we were earlier principals. He has some few studios in different spaces set up for like podcasting.
That would be wonderful.
It's the same thing, but it's similar that y'all are doing, with your program.
You know what? But it's about growth and it's growth rather. It's about growth in the youth, and I think that'd be perfect. I would love to do anything. I had the honor of doing a couple of things with Dang some years ago, and I've always enjoyed it. It's always meant a lot to me.
How was that? What y'all do back in the day? I'm gonna ask him about it. What y'all do?
I was actually part of. We had a seminar over at the art gallery in New York, and we came there for. It was about abuse and people that had lived through different types of abuse. Was young or whatever, in different categories. I can't specifically remember, but I was on that panel for that and spoke on that from my early years, in my life. And also we were there, the painting, the first time I was invited to the studio was when they presented me with the painting by Vanessa Shakur of D.E.M.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was a wonderful matter of fact. We spent a few days there with them, and we had the champagne toast and everything going on there. They wined and dined us. We had a marvelous, wonderful time there, and it meant so much to me to be a part of anything he had on. He's just that person that you feel good about doing things with because he is true to himself first off. That's what I like. He's not dancing by anybody else's drum.
By no means.
He doesn't. And look, he doesn't. He's not worried about what somebody else is doing. He tells you the truth, and he doesn't know. But Antoni and I say Sunday drives when he takes time and he's not doing things, and I'm not busy, tired of doing some things, about the foundation or different things, with family. We take Sunday afternoon drives, maybe going towards San Juan or, just we take the long roads and just touring the island and going to different places. We could be going to Home Depot and taking a 2-hour drive to one that's way away. I'm telling you. And but we listen to D.E.M on the radio when we're in the car and listen to the talks that he has and things that he's really waking people up about, about living and about being of color and things to, either increase family wealth or to help your family be better, and not to have the pitfalls waiting on them in life. How he shows by example, how he does, and even for his family. And when you can do that and tell people, and you don't have any, thought about, nobody has to give you anything to share these informations with somebody else to make their life better. That's a beautiful thing. People don't take time out to do it. They don't care as long as they're good. And we just love listening to D.E.M. He is so informative. He makes you feel good about the good, solid things that you're thinking and that you're on the right path. And I never told that to him because he doesn't know that's what we were doing, but we ride on. We ride on. I haven't talked to him in some years personally. The last time I was there, we were doing some filming. I think I did an interview that time. I was there for an interview with something else going on, but I've been there like 3 times. But every time was golden for me. And I love that man and how he thinks and does for his family. And it's just something that I just wish that in my earlier life I had known, my family would be in better position. You know what I mean? If somebody had shared those thoughts and things. But I think the world was in a place that if somebody knew and was getting over any type of way that was good and healthy for family, they didn't share it because it was about them and they could care less about what was going on next door. You know what I mean? And so we didn't have a collective ear for what people's needs, and we didn't step out of our comfort zone to help somebody else. And it's another thing. I feel like I know even at my age, in my 70s, and people that were senior to me, if they didn't share a lot of things, it was like you question something that didn't seem fair or right in the world, and they say, "Oh no, let's don't talk about that." Or hush child, we don't want to talk about that. I'm so tired of the hush child thing, and I don't like it because we've lost so much and so many generations through the cracks because somebody didn't warn what could happen. It's just we just let stuff happen to our people, to our young people, and sometimes it hits home, and then you wonder why, because nobody told you that this could happen. That it's another way that this whatever you're into could turn out. It's not always good, and everybody can't paddle the same boat. I look at it, you know.
I mean, I'll probably say one of the biggest things I've learned from D.E.M. Well, one, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't like talking to him too often because he sounds like my mom and my dad put together in one. So like,
you know what? All you can say is, they were telling you right.
Exactly, and that's the funniest part about it, right? So I tell my mom all the time, like I can't front. He literally said something that you've been telling me my whole life, or like preaching about ownership, or putting your family first. Just stuff like that. My mom is always preaching. Even when I was a kid, let's say I wanted to get the Nike, whatever, this, that, and the third. My mom was telling me, you can make your own. Why not just make your own? It would be better. Like, so.
Oh my God! And look how long it took for people to start doing. Their own. I know, and the beautiful part is that some people, some youth that are not even teens yet have started to do these things, and it's just like so beautiful to see, especially people of color, allow the children to be creative. And that's one thing that I did do that was right. I let Dylan do his own thing. His dad might have felt a certain kind of way about it, but I'm like, my son is in the house. He's creating, he's doing well. And we're both music lovers. And that's how I met his dad even. So, don't get old, like, like you're so old, you can't listen to music when you're not listening to it. Because my kids, they had to go through the, all kind of classic music and all kind of, acapella singing, whatever Mr. Yancey was in his mood. Everybody had to have a part. You had to learn every acapella song. You had to learn all the classics, and you had a part to sing. And on Friday nights, that might be what we were doing on Friday nights, because he didn't have to go to work on Force on Saturday. So it's like, okay. And his first family was coming over to spend the weekend, and they were older, but they would come. And so it was like a thing, you get ready, get your part. We'd have family night. It didn't cost anything. You sit in there in the living room. I'm going to cook dinner. Everybody's going to be full. We're going to entertain each other. So if you couldn't sing and hold a note, then you had to either learn a joke or something, because it was family night and the show was going on. And and that's what they were used to. And sometimes they didn't want to participate, but they knew what they had to do in order to get out of that room. They had to, they really had to make it a happening thing. It was like Apollo at the Yancey kind of thing going on there. And so Dylan wanted to get back to what he was doing. So he performed, he'd be one of the first ones. They might have a quartet going.
It don't matter how expensive your clothes are. It don't matter what the newest stuff you got on. What matters most is how you put it together.
When you're a little insecure and you want people to think you have more than you do, you usually wear something that reflects that it costs money. That's basically what fashion is at times. But there's also subtle fashion where, you can't buy good taste. So you don't have to wear logos and big brands because you're not really insecure about what anybody thinks that would even, copy, you know what I mean? Because, they should be originals themselves. Money can't buy taste. You could be extremely fashionable and not have to spend $1. or not, you know, $50. But for $100, I could get fly. You know, white t-shirt, a pair of Levi's, and some white shell toes and some crispy socks and some new underwear. You know, all I gotta do is have a nice watch and a chain. I'm good money. And that just takes a certain kind of taste. Taste is conveniently cheap, actually. You got really good taste, you don't have to spend too much money on your fashion.